together on the anniversary of the Bayardo bar attack to fondly remember those who lost their lives at the hands of bloodthirsty Republican criminals. I have been asked as a representative of a still grieving family to say a few short words to mark the erection of the Shankill atrocities artwork we see here. The artwork focuses upon 5 atrocities, all of which took place within a quarter of a mile from where we now stand. The 4-step-in bombing, 2 killed. The Balmoral Furniture Showroom bombing, 4 killed, including 2 children. The Mountain View Tavern bombing, 5 killed. The Bayardo bar bombing, 5 killed. And last, but by no means least, Fazell's, also known as the Shankill bombing, 9 killed. Each of these attacks was perpetrated by the Irish Republican movement, callous and cowardly sectarian murderers with no conscience, respect, nor regard for gender, age, or religion. They came to this road with one thought in mind: to slaughter innocent Protestants. This was their so-called cause. The aftermath, many loving families such as my own, left with the everlasting heartache of a loved one snatched away in the cruelest, most barbaric manner, never to return. Friends, as those who remain, we must make it our purpose never to forget the Shankill atrocities, nor indeed those many others which have been perpetrated across Ulster and beyond. In closing, I leave you with this thought, as our new artwork correctly states: provisional Sinn Féin demands equality, respect and integrity. But where is the equality in murder? Where is the respect in murder? Where is the integrity in murder? God bless our loved ones. Thank you very much.
To the left, turn!
Good evening to you all. May I, on behalf of the Bayardo Somme Association, welcome you all to this 42nd anniversary of this desperate atrocity resulting in those terrible murders and injuries that were perpetrated upon the Shankill and its people by the enemies of Ulster all those years ago. Can I take this opportunity to thank the Bayardo Somme Association for the kind invitation to participate once again in tonight's proceedings. It is indeed an honour and a privilege, and I am sincerely and truly humbled. I particularly welcome here this evening the families and survivors of those who were bereaved and injured those many years ago. They, like us all gathered here this evening, will never forget, nor will we allow to be forgotten or indeed airbrushed from history that dreadful August evening where lives were so cruelly and callously taken. It would be fitting, as we stand here together this evening, that we do so for a moment in reflection of silent prayer in memory of those who have departed this earthly place to be at home with the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. And with the end of that period of reflection, it will end with verses from John 14, chapter 2, being spoken. Could I ask you to bow your head in silent reflection and prayer? Let not your hearts be troubled. You who believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house there are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I am going there to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come back and welcome you into my presence, so that may you be also where I am. Amen. The Bayardo Bar atrocity, as many here well know, took place on this very date 42 years ago, on Wednesday the 13th of August 1975. At this very place here on the Shankill Road. A murder gang from the Ardoyne Company, the 3rd Battalion of Sinn Féin IRA, led by Brendan Bick McFarland, launched a murderous bombing and shooting attack on the Bayardo Bar here on the then Aberdeen Street. Callously and indiscriminately slaughtering 4 Protestant civilians and 1 member of the Ulster Volunteer Force, along with over 50 non-fatal injuries. They shot and killed 2 men standing outside and threw a duffel bag containing the bomb into the bar and then scurried away like the cards and rats that they were, and indeed in 2 cases still are. The families and all of us of those who died remember William John Gracie, 63, Samuel Gunning, 55, who were gunned down at the door of the Bayardo, Joanne McDowell, 29, and Ulster volunteer Hugh Alexander Harris, 21, who all died in the blast, with Linda Boyle, just 17, dying from her terrible injuries sustained in hospital on August the 21st of that same year. The 3 Sinn Féin IRA murderers were quickly captured by the security forces that same night, running from their foul deed, and subsequently sentenced to life imprisonment, only to be released as part of the early release scheme, with the leader of that murderous gang of scum, Bick McFarland, unbelievably receiving a royal pardon during the Blair government of that time. However, the families, friends and loyalist people of the Shankill will never be released from the horror and terror of that night of evil. Therefore, may I express on behalf of the families and friends our sincere appreciations to the Bayardo Somme Association, who have organised this memorial since its inception, and through the magnificent extension to this fitting memorial, and indeed the one you've just seen in Dundee Street, which you can visit at any time. This will ensure that the atrocities being committed around the world at this very moment help us to remind us all that the actions of Sinn Féin IRA are on a level with them and should never and will never be forgotten by us all. We also take this opportunity to thank the regimental band of the Ulster Volunteer Force, the bugler George Spence from the Pride of the Raven Flute Band, and the piper Peter Bryan from the Major Sinclair Memorial Pipe Band, the other Somme associations present, the parade marshal, and you all who by your very presence this evening bring peace and comfort to those who were bereaved or injured in this terrible attack on their friends and their families. And now, ladies and gentlemen, just before the bugler plays for us the last post, which you will know signifies the end of the day, and in this case the end of the lives, followed by a 2-minute silence that in this case allows us to reflect and pray silently and allows the departed to move to that heavenly place, followed by the Reveille, which again you will know is the first tune or the first post of the day, and in this case symbolises those who are now at peace with the Lord. And as part of our proceedings as everlasting love and remembrance, I have a small quote of 2 lines only from Isabel Adele. There is no death. People only die when we forget them. If you can remember me, I will be with you always. And as we began with the Word of God, we also conclude with the same as written by the psalmist in the final verse from that wondrous hymn of remembrance, Abide with me. Hold thou thy cross before my closing eyes. Shine through the gloom and point me to the skies. Heaven's morning breaks and earth's vain shadows flee. In life, in death, O Lord, abide with me. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We have then a couple of moments for anyone who'd like to lay a personal token of remembrance, or for anyone who would like to just reflect at the memorial. Then the parade marshal in his own time will take the parade home. Thank you all.
Stop by! Red, right, wide, turn! On! Open up! Yes!